Welcome to the Okie Woodsman channel. My name is Joe, and we're going to continue on with our latest excavation project on our rural Oklahoma property. This new KIOTI CK2620 with backhoe has been absolutely incredible so far. I've got about 15 hours on the machine. I just greased it up, and we're ready to get to work. But first, let me go ahead and show you where I'm at and what my mind is thinking. What we've got is we've got some grade points here. This guy right here is kind of where we're wanting to bring grade up to. Got a stake there. Now I'm going to come in a little low, I believe, because I just simply did not want to keep piling dirt up further against these trees and have more of a slope. So I'm pretty content with the space this is going to yield, but I'm low still back in this area. So I need to bring in some more dirt. Now I'm going to have a little bit of trouble because, as you can see, I've got all this chunk rock in here. That's just what my material's like. And believe it or not, that's what's all under here too. But what's nice is if you go through and kind of pick out some of the rock, ultimately it ends up looking a little bit more like that in the long run, which is very nice. But as you can see, we've got little stragglers that kind of come out and hang out, and that's just what happens with them things. The difference is we have a tractor to help us do it. Now, my wife last night came in here and she used a water hose to kind of go ahead and just hose this down, kind of settle some of the dust down, wash off some of the rocks, and this is also not going to be our intended finish. I'm planning on using something like some clean 57 rock. I can't locally get 3/4 base for some reason here. I can get 1.5 base, but I cannot get 3/4 base, and that's really what I would like to put down. The other option is some creek gravel. The only problem is creek gravel has a lot of nutrients in it, and then it's going to want to grow grass and weeds, and I don't want that either because I don't really want to spray this area. So I wouldn't mind putting down maybe some like I said, 57 rock. That's also going to grow some stuff eventually, but just not as bad. Like I said, I just went ahead and greased some stuff. Interesting thing here is I broke off 2 Zerk fittings on the first go round. These sure look like they're brass. Am I missing something? We are all set, ready to go. I'm really happy that I have some fresh lubrication here because I've probably operated the backhoe somewhere around 8 to 10 hours, and then the rest has been loader work. So anyway, with that being said, I think I'm good and I'm gonna get started. Man, it's so nice to have a bucket available just to do something as simple as this. I found a fossil. See it right there? Pretty cool. That's a heavy one right there. Now, one bad thing is these rocks are fairly fragile. If you bang them around, they will break up. Yeah. Could have something to do with my experience, but I feel like the loader just doesn't compare to using something like a Kubota. I would love to be able to curl and dump smoothly, pick up and curl at the same time to be able to get loads out of my bucket. Of course, that's not really always necessary, but when you have more time on a skid steer than you do a tractor, and again, I'm no expert. I am absolutely no expert. I was more or less the maintenance guy, the run around and grease machines, the gopher, the chainsaw man, all that. But at the same time, I do have time on skid steers, at work, and on this property. And though this tractor is a great machine, that's one thing I knew when I purchased it that it was going to be lacking. Guys later. Yeah. Love you. I'm about to make a big dust cloud again. Are you guys about to get in? Bye, boys.
Bye. See you, Dad.
Bye. might wonder why I did all that. Well, it's simply because this is a downhill slope and it's hard to scoop dirt going downhill. So I just wanted to make this look a little bit better here. This is not done, and I'm probably going to be excavating this, but it's going to be a little while because my project is getting wrapped up with the amount of dirt I had, so I don't need to keep a bunch of dirt piled here. At the same time, if I let a huge pile like that sit with a whole bunch of rain or something in the future, what's going to happen, it's going to get hard, and then I'm going to have a hard time getting it to scoop with that loader. A skid steer wouldn't be a problem. I'm no expert on a machine with a loader, but this is an example of what you can do with a 25 horse machine. I've done all this excavation, I've dug the stump, I'm doing that project over there. This is going to be a huge addition to our homestead. And I've also got a nice pile of dirt that I'll probably take another scoop and take it over to my pad over there. Yeah, I'll do that right now actually. You might be wondering why I'm going to go ahead and get a rake now instead of do this all with the bucket. The honest truth is I'm not that good getting finish grades, especially with rocks like this. It's going to be a lot of work, but I want to kind of feel with my feet. And plus also I have a lot of obstacles and I do not want to scar my trees up. I'd say I got a little too ambitious thinking I was going to rake that. I hadn't looked to see that mound that was there. An old hose clamp. I thought, oh crud, something broke off my tractor, but that's in bad shape. That's old. I had a boss one time tell me, let's have a rock party. And I had no clue what they were talking about. This is a rock party. If you're watching or you know the man, you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and dump these where I can put them in a good spot. And then I'm gonna go ahead and come with the bucket and rake those into the bucket. This is going to be a fantastic outdoor area for our family. A few years ago, we owned this property and we knew we were going to build the house here, and we just were drawn to this circle of trees, if you will. And the only problem is we used to burn fires here and have s'mores, and we've cooked fish over an open fire and all kinds of stuff. The only problem is it was extremely dangerous because our lawn chairs would want to tip into the fire if you were sitting on the uphill side, and they would want to tip backwards when you were sitting on the downhill side because, again, the slope. I'm gonna go ahead and step down here so you guys can kind of see what I did. So we lifted all this up. Now, some trees are very susceptible to having dirt brought up to the root balls. I really hope these pines are not going to get impacted negatively. I hope it just shocks them a little bit, but that's it. Oak trees will die if you drive a compact track loader around the base. They will die. These pines have so far been pretty darn resilient, but at the same time, I did just put a bunch of fill in here. Without my tractor, none of this would have been possible. That's all that's to it. What this has cost me is approximately 10 gallons of diesel, plus I'm about 17 hours on that machine. Now, at the same time, I was doing other things with it, but also I did get the material out of those other things as well. So had I paid for material to be brought in, I would have been probably in the $600 or $700 range so far. Now, I do want to dress this with better material. I have a couple of different options. I'm going to go explore that, but at the same time, I did fill this primarily with this fill. I really don't want these rocks to start popping through, because the whole goal is to make this an inviting area where it's not, where you don't feel like you're going to trip over a rock. Our property has a lot of rocks, as you can tell. If you're new to this channel, welcome. We enjoy having you here. Please let us know down in the comments section that you're new. We've got a great group. We're growing rapidly, and I really appreciate all you guys being here. And I got to tell you, the only reason why this has happened is because of this channel. This channel is at a point where it can pay for the tractor. I think it can sustain it in the long run. Regardless, I need this machine, and I am just ecstatic to have this. It's been 5 long years where I've been wishing to be able to go hop on a machine right outside the front door, and here it is. If you're still here, thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.